Hola, Theros. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Waffle House. This is my first edition of using StreamYard, so hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully it's not too loud. But yeah, man, we back the Waffle House. And we are back to talk about kits. This is a very well requested show. So yeah, let's get into it. Big up Quaja for stopping by. I like this because I can highlight. I'm using StreamYard for the first time, so I like that I can highlight it. It's showing me comments, and as Quaja says, smash likes and subscribe. I appreciate it. But yeah, it's the kit show. I was asked a lot about the kit show, and yeah, man, I have a kit collection. Start off with I've collected kits from football, NFL, basketball, college football. I've got a lot of kits, man. So, yeah, I thought I'd go through a couple. This is the first iteration, just because I've got so many kits. And yeah, man, I just want to kind of go through some of the ones that mean a lot to me. But I did a poll earlier on what kit people wanted to see, and what won out was the Modern Legends. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna do Modern Legends. I'm gonna go through the kit as always, and then yeah, man, let's start off. So drop your comments because I can highlight them now. But yeah, man. So starting off Modern Legends. Now this one is a little bit of a Sevilla legend, probably. We'll open up bidding at 35. That's diabolical. Always trying to sell my kits. So this one was probably one of my first kits that I bought. It's a Sevilla kit. I thought this was the actual badge. I was like, it's kind of basic, but this is the old school badge. I didn't realize they had done this. Because when I went to Spain, I saw it, but I was like, man, the red kit looked nice. It's the Warrior kit. And it's got, and if you notice this pattern, right? So Warrior were also at one point, they were also doing Liverpool's kit. So I actually have another kit, Liverpool kit, that looks just like this, except it's purple. You guys remember the Daniel Sturridge kit. But yeah, this was kind of popular. It's got the old school La Liga patch. And on the back, I got Koke, who was the captain at the time when they were winning the Europa Leagues. So yeah, this was very meaningful, man, because it's one of my first ones that I bought. I didn't really know much about club football. And yeah, I decided to buy it. I think it was on sale. But I liked it. I liked Sevilla. I went to a match and I have a picture of me holding this one twice, I think. So yeah, there it is. The first one, I like this one. Red. Red seems to be my color, man. Even though red wasn't a big color for me, it wasn't one of the colors that I liked. It grew on me. It was my wife's favorite color at one point, so that's what I kind of wore. And then with Arsenal, red just kind of became a theme with what we were doing. So let me see. Hold on one quick. All right. So the second kit we got, right? Now you guys remember this one. PSG. First time I ever went to Paris. I got this one. The thing that I liked about Nike at the time is they put, I don't know if you guys can see it, but on the tags, they put the year. So this was from 2015 PSG kit. It's got the stripe going down. Right. And this was like one of those template kits. So if you guys remember, the Nike kits at the time had England had this kind of dark shoulders. And on the back of this one, I got this guy, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I went to Paris, and you know, at the time when I went somewhere, you know, I did a thing of watching highlights and stuff. And Zlatan, man, with the third person and saying, you know, Zlatan doesn't do trials. Yeah, man. I always liked Zlatan, and I got him on the back of a shirt. PSG. I hid this one last season when they distract us. But yeah, man, this is one of the ones I like as well. It's kind of a PSG shirt. You know, they have the dark and they have the line running through the Fly Emirates. But yeah, I really like Zlatan. And Zlatan was one of the ones I got, man. It's got the kind of basic lettering for the time. And it's still in pretty good condition, man. You got the arm sleeve sponsor as well. So yeah, that there we go. Number 2, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So yeah, I like that one. Now this next one, I actually got on a whim. Me and my wife went to Rome, and I probably could do. Me and my wife went to Rome, and I wanted to go to Roma Stadium, but I think it was closed. Because what I used to like to do is once I got into football, I was kind of like, okay, whatever city we visit, let's go visit one of the stadiums. So we went to Rome. I was trying to visit that one, wasn't able to. And then I went to the Roma shop, and at the time I was like, man, who should I get on the back of a kit? You know what I'm saying? This one is another Roma shirt. I like this one. If you follow this show, this is from 2016. If you follow this show, then you know that I'm a sucker for burgundy. But I'm also a sucker for burgundy and gold, or burgundy and orange. And yeah, the old kind of the retro, the wolf there. It's kind of basic. It looks kind of like the kit that I like from this year. You know, it's the cream. It's got the AS Roma, and on the back, didn't know it at the time, I got Francesco Totti. Did not know that this is actually one of the kits from his last season. You know, but the guy asked the guy, and he said, I was like, who's your best player? And he's like, don't worry, I got you. And he put Totti on the back of his shirt. And as you can see, it's got the Roma kind of, you know, lettering. AS Roma on the back. So yeah, man, this is a beautiful kit. This is one of my favorites. Because as you said, I'm a sucker for burgundy. Anything burgundy, I'm going to buy. If I can. You know, if there's a team that don't clash with Arsenal and I can get it, then I would try to get burgundy. As I'm trying to get the Spain one as well now. But yeah, man, I didn't know that this one's probably worth a little bit of change, bro. It's 10 years old now. He's a legend. So yeah, Francesco Totti. But yeah, he's that one. I summer. Stoney says, I forgot about this Roman one. Yeah, you know, it's one of the ones that we went to Rome, and I kind of stumbled, and I think I stumbled upon a gym. I got a gym. So yeah, it's one of the ones I like. So yeah, that's you know, so far we've had Zlatan. So far we've had Zlatan. So far we've had Totti. Hold on. I forgot to share with my people. So I'm gonna do that. Give me 2 seconds. But yeah, you know, it's one that people like said, check my vintage. No, see this right here. See this right. If I come on the stream sad, guys, it's because my wife has sold my kits. That's why. She's been eyeing them to sell them the entire time. Now I don't think she would. I think she's just joshing me. But yeah, man, like now that I think about it, I've had so many good opportunities to buy kits. But the Roma one, man, the Roma one for me, it's one of those things where like it's 2015, 2016, just getting into club football. I really didn't know. Like I didn't sometimes, and I'm sure some of you guys in the chat, like you've bought a jersey and you didn't realize that it was going to be as legendary or iconic or whatever. And that's one of those things where I really didn't understand who Totti was to Italians, to Roma. And I was just like, number 10. I'm a number 10 merchant. So yeah, I got a couple 10s in there. But yeah, it's just one of those things where hold on, sharing the see if it'll come in there. Some other people might want to talk about kits. So there you go. Yeah, I'm big on kind of, especially if I travel somewhere. If I travel somewhere, I'll try to get a kit. And I told you guys, like, you know, if I was to go to Sweden, still haven't gone to Sweden. Now you could go to Sweden and get you a Galkarez kit. You know, if I were to go to Norway, you know, see if I could get can I get a Holland kit? I don't know if my ego would let me. I mean, he's the ops right now. Maybe if he leaves to like Real Madrid, I could back it. I could back it in and go. So, yeah, there we go. So next, so those are my like non-Spanish ones. As you guys know, and you may not have known, I did live in Spain. So a lot of my kits will probably be Spanish legends. But the next three you should be able to recognize. They are Spanish legends. And let's go to, hold on a minute. 2014, another one of my earlier kits. So when I first visited Spain, Barcelona, you know, from my limited knowledge at the time of kind of football, I knew that Barcelona was big because I watched Dino, you know what I'm saying? And Dino played for Barcelona. So this one, Barcelona, 2014. As I said, it's got the old La Liga patch on it. La Liga patches have changed. But this one, Neymar Jr., and as you can see, sadly, I've tried to keep this one good because the number's peeling. I will put it back on there. I'm scared to do it because I don't want to ruin the shirt, but I know you do it with like a towel and stuff. But when I get time to actually, because there's another shirt that I have, which was actually, and you'll see guys later, there's something that spilled on it. I don't know what spilled on it, but I'm going to use the pen and try to get it out of there. But yeah, Neymar Jr. with the UNICEF. And this was like the height of the MSN Barcelona. And yeah, man, I like Neymar. So this is what, like, when I was asked that question, and of course you got the Mexican club in the back. So yeah, this is one of the ones that I loved wearing and kind of having around. These are our largest because I was a little bit slimmer then, but now I'm extra large. But yeah, this right here, lovely. During this time, man, I thought Neymar was electric. That's why someone asked me, like, was it Quadra? I think Quadra asked me yesterday, you know, would you take Neymar or Ronaldinho? And I'm gonna say Dino because I think Dino was the best player I've kind of ever seen touch a football. But as far as like that I've seen when I was actively watching like week in, week out Champions League, Neymar was electric, bro. And I thought that he was gonna be kind of with Messi and that partnership. I thought they were gonna last for a long time. And he just left, man. He left to go to PSG and it was never the same, bro. But this right here, I had fond memories of this Barcelona team with Qatar Airways on it. So yeah, Mexican club. I love this kit as well. So yeah, that's one. And you know, you can't have Barcelona without another Barcelona one. This one I like as well. I remember this one. This is when they started putting the other screen, the other kind of so you got Becco on the sleeve. And I guess because it's got like the Catalan thread, right? You've got that one as well. And of course the old school La Liga patch, which I liked. But yeah, this one I like because Arsenal have a kit that's similar to it, and I've been trying to find it in my size so I can actually wear it. But I love this one. Like the hoops, it was a little bit different because usually Barcelona, the Blaugrana is usually up and down. But this one was a nice hoop one, and of course, on the back of this one of the goats, Lionel Messi, on the back of the kit. This one's from 2015, so I got that one, and then the next season I got this one. But yeah, Messi. I could not leave Spain without getting a Messi kit at the time, man. Because Messi, this was like for me, 2015. Messi was at the height of everything, man. Like he was the end all be all. He was one of the goats. So still is one of the goats, but he's kind of old now. But yeah, this one right here, right? Messi, UNICEF. I like this one. And at the time, I remember hearing about this kit, and I think some of the Barcelona fans were kind of indifferent because, as I said, you usually got the vertical stripes, and then when you went to horizontal hoops, they were kind of like meh about it. But it's one of those kits now that I think that is probably worth a little bit now, man. Because I mean, Messi and Neymar, I think it'll be decent. You know what I'm saying? I think it'll be decent. Now, the next one, this was one of my favorite ones. And if I could find it, and you guys know me, I love Sevilla, but I saw this kit and I was like, I like crazy kit. So if you look at a lot of my kits, I do like a crazy kit. I like a kit that's different. I like a kit that is it's wild. It's out there and it's open. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like. So my next one, Real Madrid. And I talk about this kit. Let me button it up so you can actually see it because I got the buttons open. But I talk about this kit because this kit right here, bro. I remember walking through Spain, and as I said, I was in love with Sevilla. I was gassed for it, and I walked through Spain, and I saw this kit, and I was like, bro, I gotta get it. But it's got a dragon on it. That's nice. Like, and of course, can't get Real Madrid without Cristiano Ronaldo. This one actually doesn't have the patches on it. When you said wow, crazy kid, I thought you were gonna pull out the Arsenal Stella McCartney collab one. Bro, I'm not getting that thing. I'm not touching that with a 5-foot pole. I like crazy kits within reason that I can actually wear and not look like I should be in a jungle or in a mental institution. And that it just didn't hit for me. But yeah, this is one of my favorites, bro. I got this one, Ronaldo. Yeah, bro, I love his kit as well. So there we go. Cristiano Ronaldo. So I got Messi and Ronaldo. And that is my football kits. That's my football kits. As you see, I'm a striker merchant, man. I got, Totti. I mean, he was more of a midfielder, to be fair. But I like mercurial players, and yeah, football wise, those guys were very good. And I've got some of the ops ones. So one of the next shows that I'm going to do is going to be one of the op shows. It's going to be on I've got some guys kits that we played against that are from rival teams, but the greatness was just so at the time was so kind of undeniable that I had to jump on the kit. So that's where I am with those kind of kits. So now I'm moving to basketball, right? And I want to do kits. So these are kits of people that I respect. I don't really call them the ops, but you had the GOATs on there. This one for me is one of my favorites as well. We're going into basketball, and this is, hold on. Big up, Dragons. Thank you for stopping by. And I will do a recap of the kits that I've shown you as well, just for the people that have come in. But this one right here, Miami Heat, Miami Vice. And if you see the number, you already know who's on the back. It still got the tag on it, right? This is why, like, and this is the one I've got a little bit of a stain on there. I don't know how it's got on there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little bit of a stain on there, which I have to get out. But yeah, bro, the swingman joint, Wade. Growing up, this man right here, this guy right here, bro, this guy is the primary reason that my childhood wasn't absolutely devastating. Wasn't devastating. These guys right here, if this was the only team that I followed, bro, I would be hurting. Never won a playoff game. This man in 2005, 2006 gave me some of the best moments of my life, bro. Like as a sports fan. So I watched this guy take over the finals, and this is probably one of his last, one of kind of the last years wearing a jersey. This was over the hump Wade. But yeah, man, you can't have a Miami kid without having Dwayne Wade. And I also love the Miami Vice jerseys. So I have one in black, I have one in white, and I have I think I have another one. Right? So if you back on the Heat, and if BBK comes in here, he won't like this. But the second one that I have is this guy. And if you know the number, you already know who it is. Mr. Miami himself, Udonis Haslem. Udonis Haslem. This guy, being a Miami kid, he went to Miami High. He played for Miami till he was like 40. Like, he is the epitome of Miami. And I look high and low for this kid because I like the mashup kit. And I thought that this kit, I thought this jersey would be like good to have. Because as you see, it's got all of kind of iterations of the numbers. So you've got the Floridians. You've got, this one was from the tuxedo jersey. You have the actual Miami A. This one was from, oh gosh, this one's from Vice City. And this one, I'm pretty sure it was from the championship one. Like, they did like a golder version, right? And then, of course, you got the regular Miami Heat numbers. Of course, with this one is the whiteout kit as well on the back. So it's the regular number and the whiteout kit, the white hot one. But yeah, this is one of the new ones. It's got the actual logo on them. And yeah, I love this kit. I love this kit as well. Beautiful white kit. Haven't worn it, as you can see, the tag is still on it. Just because I don't want to ruin it. I can't see myself running that kit. I love that one. And I've got two more. All right, I've got two more kits that I want to show you guys. So the next two are going to be NFL kits. Just to keep it short, and then I'll chat with some of you guys. Gooner Rican, are those kits? I can actually read it. Are those kits worth something? Do they appreciate and value? I think some of them do if they're kept in good condition. And as I said, I'm gonna show you the ones that I did a little bit earlier. But I think it also depends on the player and how long it's been. So like this next one, right? So this next one I think might be, could possibly be worth something. Might not be. Who knows? But this one is one of the non-Dolphins ones I have. And if you know your NFL, you know who this is. Right? Mr. Sure Hands, Larry Fitzgerald. Right? And this is one of, like, it's stitched. It's one of the NFL ones, kind of the replica joints. But yeah, it's like a lot of the new ones, it's not stitched, it's kind of screen printed, but this one's actually stitched. As you can see, this is why it looks like this. But yeah, Larry Fitzgerald, man, I remember watching the Super Bowl, the one where the Cardinals ended up playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they went back and forth. Larry Fitzgerald was amazing, but so was Antonio Holmes and Ben Roethlisberger, and they ended up, getting the win. And kind of sad, because I wanted, at the time I like Pittsburgh Steelers. I kind of want Arizona Cardinals to win, but they didn't. And yeah, man, it was a good experience. It was a good experience to watch that Super Bowl, because I feel like some of them have kind of gone downhill. But the one I got now, the ones that are happening now, they're all right. But that Super Bowl is probably one of the greatest that I've ever seen. So there you go. Now my last kit, the last kit that I have, NFL kit, one of my prized possessions. It's a player that unfortunately passed away at a young age. But I remember watching him in college. I watched him in the NFL, and I thought that he, if he hadn't passed away, he'd have been one of the greatest we ever seen. And that is this guy. Yep, you read that right. Washington Redskins. No, none of this Commanders thing. Real Reebok jersey. That's what they used to be. The Reebok. That one is Nike, so it's a little bit newer. This is the Reebok joint. Also stitched. And yeah. Sean Taylor. One of my most prized possessions. I'm not a Redskins fan. I'm not a Redskins fan. I've never been, but this right here it means a lot to me, bro. Because I watched this guy in college, Sean Taylor. And the Redskins don't exist anymore. This one I think might actually be worth something if I actually were to pawn it. And I'm not saying I'm getting thousands for it, but I could probably get a couple hundred. But yeah, Sean Taylor, Washington Redskins, and I just love this. Look at that. I love that, bro. This is one of my favorite kids. It's in a color that I love, and it's one of my favorite players of all time. So there we go, Sean Taylor. Boom. So yeah, that's the 10 I got for you. And as always, you guys know that I'll go through these as well. So this is not really a legend, right? This is Devon Best. We drafted him, but I found this one in the charity shop. And as I said, I've probably gone through this as well, but it's got the Stitch Dolphin, which I love. I already told you guys I'm not a fan of the new logo. It doesn't make me happy. But this is another one. Like, I love this. This kit, this actual jersey with this guy's number on it was the first jersey I ever owned. It was the first one that I wanted. I love the orange. In Miami, the brighter it is, the better it feels. And yeah, bro, this is so Devon. It's not really a legend, but it's a good quality jersey. And the reason these are probably good, because the old Reeboks, they had numbers. So that one was a 52. This one's a 54. You've got the Stitch kind of Reebok in there. You've got the Miami Dolphin, the OG Dolphin with the helmet, which I love so much. So yeah, we like that one. And then of course, I've probably shown you guys this one, but one of my favorite kids, my favorite football player growing up all time, Zach Thomas, Lil Tank, right? This guy was amazing. This is a Mitchell & Ness. So this one is kind of a remake, 2006, which is why I like this one so much, because this one's actually from that time period. It's from the early 2000s. I think this was 2007, 2008. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, because I think we drafted him in 2000. Where's that tag in? This might have been a little bit later. No, it had to be before 2013, because that's when we changed to the Ugly Dolphin. But yeah, OG. But yeah, I love this. I love this right here. This is one of my favorites as well. The Dolphins have a colorway that's it's irreplaceable. It's unmistakable. And yeah, man, it's great. It's great. I love the aqua as well. So yeah, that's just a snippet of the kits. And as I say, I'll go through the football ones because I know that's why a lot of people are actually interested. And I have to refold these, but we'll start with this one. Cristiano, love this kit, bro. And funny enough, Cristiano is the only one of the Spanish guys I actually seen in person. So yeah. Big up Dragons. Do you wear any of those kits in the UK and Europe? The NFL ones I don't. So the ones that I have, like Larry Fitzgerald, and the Taylor one I don't. These I actually do. Because as I told you guys, I coached American football in the UK. So there is an actual football community. So yeah, I wear these. I wear these when the Dolphins play, so I can go. There's a pub that my old team used to go to where they watch NFL games. They usually come on at 6. They do the whole red zone thing. So yeah, I watch them there. As far as the everyday thing, nah, man. Unless it's like the summer, and it's kind of, because that's the thing with the UK. It's always cold here, so you know what I'm saying. I'm wearing this. I'm wearing a hoodie. You know, I'm wearing. I've got a hoodie collection that's going as well. And that's not to collect hoodies. It's just because I need to not wear the same thing every day. But yeah, football kits. I usually wear them. If it's sunny outside, and if I'm going around, I'll probably rock one. But it's not that kind of a thing. It's not that often that I'll come out and rock a kit. So yeah, just a recap on the actual football kits that I went through. I showed you guys this one, Lionel Messi, with the Qatar Airways. Love this kit, the hoops. It was a little bit unpopular at the time, but now it's probably worth something. Of course, before he left PSG, Neymar Jr. with the UNICEF, like that one as well. One of my favorite strikers, and that's the thing, man. Every time I like a player, he goes to the ops. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, the PSG kit. So yeah, and I figured it'd be warmer climates that you would rock them. That's the thing, it's England, bro. Like warmer climates might be like, bro, it might get warm like a month. You know what I'm saying? It'll probably get warm a month, and then it'll be temperate for a couple, and then it's freezing again. So yeah, it's warmest. But yeah, sometimes if I go on holiday, I might take 1 or 2. But the American football ones, they're a little bit bulky, man. Like these are heavy, right? They're not like with football kits. Like if I throw this on, it's relatively light. So if I'm sweating, like it'll. But these kits, like these ones here, I don't wear. So if they have someone's name on them, then they're probably not getting worn by me. Just because they mean a lot to me. Also, this I can't fit it. It's a large. I got bulky. So the last thing I want to do is ruin these by trying to put them over the biceps, and then I've just ripped the jersey that it means a lot to me. But yeah, I went through Neymar, that one. And then yeah, bro, this right here though. This right here. If I could find another one, it doesn't have to have Tati's name on it. It can just be this joint right here. Bro, this right here. with the OG. But yeah, I love Burgundy. So the OG, Roma, Francesco Totti. And lastly but not leastly, I went through this one as well because you guys know I'm always gonna put some Sevilla on there. Sevilla, last time right there. All right. So yeah, Coke. I'm always gonna put Coke on there. One of my favorite. I have another one that has Beto on the back. I haven't actually seen that kit in ages. I may need to find it. But yeah, those are the ones I went through. As far as one, that's kind of the OGs. That's just a snippet of what I have. I have so many that don't have names on them. I was gonna do so I did a poll. And I asked what you guys wanted to see, and you guys wanted to see modern day legends. So that's what I showed today. So we had Tati, Ibrahimovic, Neymar, Messi, Ronaldo, Dwayne Wade, Udonis Haslem, Larry Fitzgerald, and of course the late great Sean Taylor, and this legend right here. So yeah, that's part one. The kit collection. And it is the Waffle House, so we can stay on a little bit just waffling. Because I'll try to stay on. But yeah, that's the first bit of the Waffle House. So if you only come for the kits, then thank you for stopping by. But yeah, man, when it comes to kits, you know, my wife pops in, she makes jokes, but some of them she bought from me, like the Udonis Haslem one, right? So where is it? Let's see if I can find it. This joint right here, right? This joint right here. I mentioned, I was like, bro, Udonis Haslem's retiring. I would love a Heat jersey with Udonis Haslem on it, right? And I showed her a couple, and this is what I got, bro. It still got a tag on it. I love it so much, right? I don't want to, and it's also white. You know what I'm saying? But this right here means a lot, man. As a Miami kid, seeing a guy who from Miami who played in Miami, it means a lot. And you know, she's actually bought me a few kits that I have. So she jokes and she jests, but I think secretly she likes to see me in kit when she does buy them. But yeah, man, it's the collection is quite I have to kind of organize it, and I wanted to pick ones. I don't want to just sit here all day. You say that now. I'm not buying any more kits, no joke. She says that now, but she doesn't mean it. She doesn't mean it. So yeah. I think other people are on it at this time. But yeah, man, thanks for stopping by, Joggons. If you're in and out, and Quaja as well. But yeah, that's when it comes to kits, man. Like when it comes to me and kits, to me, kits aren't. It's not just me buying to buy. Like I like to buy kits that have stories. As you guys saw the other day, I bought the kit with the 44 on the back. I like kits. I like misfit kits too, man. So I like kits with, you know, with crazy designs. I like kits that have meaning. But when it came to the players that I showed tonight, man, like Neymar was electric. Messi, the MS, and there's a reason that I don't have Suarez. We know about his history with using his mouth to not talk, to spit on people and to bite people. And I don't like that. And I've also, you know, kind of heard his history with certain players. So yeah. I'm not gonna have me a Suarez kit. He's probably the only one from that period. But yeah, if I can find like, you know, and that's the thing. Sometimes I get kits that are cheap. You might go into a vintage shop, or you might have one. But yeah, I try to get kits for people like the current players that I have. You know, I've got Odegaard, I've got Saka, I've got Gyökeres. I haven't really bought any non-Arsenal people in a while. I think the last non-Arsenal person I bought was, man, now I think about it, 2016. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure the last one I bought. Gooner Rican, any Rohan Marley kit when he played for it's but no, I don't. Those kits, like when the Rock played for when Warren Sapp, when Rohan Marley, them kits, finding those kits are gonna be tough. And they're probably gonna be expensive. But I do have some, like when it comes to memorabilia, I've got some University of Miami from the the mid noughties, 2008 to 2009-ish. I got some of that stuff from there, like DVDs and stuff. But as far as kits, I've got 2 University of Miami kits, but my wife bought them for me. Big up, Wahaha, yo, the Dopamine Dynamo, big up. Hey, so you guys are in the chat, man. If you still in here, what are kits that you got? What players? And I know Wahaha is not an Arsenal fan, but what players do you have that are modern legends? Like, you know what I'm saying? And if you're just coming in the chat, just to kind of give you an example, you know, I've got Neymar Jr. on the Barcelona kit from 2015. I've got the Totti one, which I just kind of chucked somewhere. I love this guy. I don't care what he says. I love this guy. Zlatan Ibrahimovic as well. But put in the chat, man, if you guys got any kind of modern legends. And of course, I mean, Wahaha would probably, I got this one from 2016. So, my first kit was a kid size Ronaldo Inter kit. I got Ronaldo, not that one though. Some people don't know the difference. But yeah, I got Cristiano. So yeah, man. And I told this story early in the thing, but I didn't know who he was. Like I heard of him. I didn't know that he had the stature that he had. So when I went into Rome, I walked into the Roma shop and I was like, just give me a kit. You know what I'm saying? Like who should I get? And he said, listen, you get the legend Francesco Totti. He said, get him on the back of the kit. I said, okay. And I got it, and I was like, he number 10. I'm kind of a 10 merchant. And I got it now, and I look at it, I'm like, bro, it's beautiful. I can't believe I didn't know who this was, but yeah. Neymar and Messi, I knew who they were. Zlatan, the guy talks to himself in the third person, man. I really like that. Other than that, only names I have United's Carrick, 21, and Ander Herrera. The Carrick one might be worth a little something. If he can lead you guys to a trophy, if he can get you guys over the hump, if they give him the job and he can lead you guys to a trophy, then yeah, man, that 16 looks a lot better, man. It probably get worth a little bit. One for 2008, the other for 2015. I think it's 2015. And Herrera, yeah, probably around that time. I don't have any authentic kit, sad to say. Oh man. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be football. It could be any sport, you know what I'm saying? He said, I think it's 2015 anyway. Yeah. And that's what I was saying earlier. Like, so this one, right? This Ronaldo one. Adidas, I don't know how you can actually, I think you have to kind of find, I think you have to find like the tag and kind of discern what year it was in. But the one thing that I actually liked about the Nike kits at that time is at the bottom, it says what year it is. So this was made in 2016, right? So that's the one thing I like the Nike. I think they stopped doing it though. I think the newer kits, they don't do it anymore. But it's very nice to actually like go through my collection and see like, oh, this Zlatan Ibrahimovic one, this from 2015. Like I can see when these kits are from, and I think that was kind of a good thing that we got the authentic on there as well. But yeah, it's good to see. Nah, I ain't selling, and that's the thing, right? That's the thing. You get a certain amount of like, you get a certain amount of kits, and you get kind of attached to them. You get kind of attached to them, and it becomes like this kit right here, man, might not mean much to you guys. Like it's just a COYG kit, right? But to Sevilla fans, this might mean a lot. Like the guy, you know, he's a captain. Also, Warrior, they don't do kits anymore. So I think Warrior ended up turning to like New Balance, or New Balance bought Warrior, and then they started being New Balance because that's what Liverpool had. They went Warrior, then New Balance, and then Adidas. But yeah, I like this one. I like the COYG kit because it's not a straight. And I didn't show this when I showed it the first time around, but the numbers are like, they're like little pods. It's not like a straight number. So yeah, big up Godfrey. So he said, man got cocaine severe kit. Yeah, man, cocaine. But yeah, there was another one at the time too, another cocaine. He was at Atletico Madrid. But yeah, I got a couple. And then big up Godfrey. Thanks for stopping by. So yeah, I've got a couple kits that I like. But as I said, one of my favorites probably, and you guys might not know, this guy right here, bro. Sean Taylor, Washington Redskins, don't exist anymore. Passed away defending his home. Somebody took his life, but I followed him when he was in college, and when he hit the NFL. So that one means a lot to me. And yeah, it's an authentic joint as well. But yeah, man, he got to be like 62 at this point, COYG. And I forgot about COYG, dude. Yeah, man, he was like, COYG was like Sevilla, or like they're a mid-table club. They're not like, you know what I'm saying? They're not the Barcelona of the world. So like to Sevilla fans, COYG is probably like a cult hero. But yeah, he's not, I wouldn't say he's like one of the greatest players, but Sevilla at the time, and I got an Nzonzi jersey in there as well. I should have gotten a Carlos Bacca jersey, but I think my friend got that, and I didn't want to copy him at the time. But yeah, I got that. And Godfrey says, in your favorite color as well. Yeah, Godfrey. Yeah. And this is the thing, man. Like, it's a theme. It's a theme. You give me the maroon, bro. I'm all over the joint. I only have a few. Lord. I only have a few replica jerseys from Berlin's. Yeah, man, I was getting them. I was getting a couple of those as well, bro. So it's no big deal, man. As long as you rep your team. So it's cool with me. I just, like I said, a lot of these, you see, they're 2015, 2016. It's when I was just getting into the sport. I was getting into the sport, and I had a little bit more money. So I was just kind of like, oh, I'll get that. Oh, I'll get that. Oh, who should I get? And then now that I'm looking back, and now that I'm like into club football, into international football, I'm into sport, and I've always been into sport, but I'm actually following as an adult, and I can spend my money to go to matches, and I can spend my money to go watch matches. Now I'm seeing the players that I got, like Messi still playing for my hometown team, Inter Miami. They've won the title. They've been kicked out of a lot of stuff though, but he's still there. Neymar's still around. I think he's Santos now. Tati's retired. Ibrahimovic is retired, and we all know he went to AC Milan. And yeah, I don't know how they really feel about him, but it's hot and cold. And Zon's been a minute since I heard his name. Wait till I get to the crazy ones. I got an Inter Miami shirt. Yes, I have one from their inaugural season. I have one from their inaugural season that is also going to be on one of the later shows. As I said, I've had to split this up because I've got so many. I didn't want to just sit here and kind of talk about all of them. But yeah. Yeah. Waha said, I have a Bilbao away kit from 2015 as well. No number on it. Dad went to Barcelona to watch El Clasico, bought it for me. Yeah, man. Like you get one of those kits. And this is the thing. I visited Spain. I've got a lot of Spanish shirts from my time in Spain. I've got Valencia. I've got Malaga. I've got a couple more Sevilla ones. So like when I visited the place, I would try to get a kit. I was trying to get Cordoba, but I couldn't get one. And then Cadiz was kind of hard to get at the time as well. But yeah, when I lived in Spain, I got quite a few Spanish kits. I got like the actual Spanish kit as well. So I would do that as a Waffle House as well when I got a little bit more time. But yeah, Bilbao. The one thing I like about Bilbao is they're all Spanish clubs, so you have to be Spanish to play for Bilbao, and that kind of means that they yo-yo a little bit because they're banking on Spanish talent. And Spanish talent, once you get good enough, you're not staying with Bilbao. You going to Real Madrid or Barcelona. Excuse me. So yeah, it's hard to keep it. Big up Godfrey. You mentioned the operative word money. Buying kits could be expensive. Yeah, so a lot of my kits, like I said, I was young, I was freshly married, and we were traveling. My bills were paid. I had a little bit of extra pocket money. So it was kind of like, I got the pocket money, I'm gonna spend it on stuff that I want to do. Like I want to buy. And I'm kind of glad now that I have a collection. I don't buy as much as I used to. Obviously, I'm deep into my marriage now, and I've become an adult. But I still buy, a few kits. Most of my kits now I get on sale because they're so expensive, bro. Like I just got word that the Adidas kits, they're gonna go from 85 to like 100 for the basic joint, right? They just keep getting more expensive. When I got these kits, bro, they were like €50 to get kits, and I was complaining then. So yeah, big ups going around. People used to buy me Real Madrid stuff when it was the club I hated the most when I was little. Why did you hate them the most? Is it because of the whole Man United Real Madrid thing, or what? Real Madrid, I mean, like in Sevilla, then I've got to not like Real Madrid because they're the ops in Barcelona. But yeah, Beckham and Zidane. Yeah. Zinedine Zidane was crazy though. That dude was amazing. But they've got, that's because they got a lot of money. You still hate them. I think Aunt got me knocked off Van Nistelrooy Madrid kit. Not as much, but yes, I hate Barcelona. But I feel like everybody hates Barca. Barca cheating. Yeah, Barca's some cheaters. So allegedly, Beckham and Zidane. Yeah. There's a kit sale at Spuds, 55 quid for players' name and number. Well, they don't want that. I wouldn't even get a kit to put on the dog, bro. I wouldn't. And it's the thing with Spuds kits, bro. Like, they're not that great. It's a white shirt, and like, this is the thing, right? And this Roma shirt is a white shirt, right? Nice, but look at the badge. That badge is nice. That's a hard badge. Not chicken on a beach ball, right? not a chicken on the beach bowl. So you know what I'm saying? This is a shirt. This stuff that Spurs got going on trash, bro. Basura. Why I said cheating bastards both of them, but Barca had that holier than now act about them that just pisses me off. Barcelona, because they're in Catalonia, they do have like this chip on their shoulder. Oh, we're the club of the people, and Real Madrid are the rich people's club. But then you like kind of when you take a step back, you're like Barca. Y'all was buying people too. Like I feel like Barca always try to be like, oh, woe is me. You know, we can't compete like Real Madrid. But y'all out here buying players too. Y'all, you know, you got Henry to go. You know, you got a lot of these big players. Lewandowski's over there. Like they always act like, oh, we don't have the funds. But somehow nothing happens to Barca. Nothing. They just need to admit, and like Waha said, like Real at least own it. Real said, we got money, we cheat, we'll do what we can. Until you catch us. We got financial problems? No, we don't, because we backed by the crown. Like Barcelona trying to be like, oh gosh, we're in trouble. We're not gonna make it. We can't pay the players. But somehow we got a little money. Somehow we signed Lewandowski. Somehow we signed this player. Well, we don't have any money. Stop it. You lying. You got money. Some old Barca. some Barca always cheat. Yeah, bro. Always cheating. That Roman kid is bro. You know how I am. You know how I am about my burgundy, right? When I can get my little grubby hands on that Spain kit, listen, just know the next time I do a kit show, if I show up on here with the Spain kit, just know that my wife will not be popping in the chat because she will probably not be happy about it. So yeah. Fancy man about to sign Bastoni for bib. Yeah, bro. Every time Barcelona say, "Oh, we ain't got no money. We don't have the funds. We can't do it." Then they pop out with like this big signing. You just like, well, I thought y'all ain't had no money. How did you make it happen? But I think Barca have to kind of move money around, whereas Real Madrid is just like debt. We don't have any debt. The King say we ain't got no debt. We ain't got no debt. So like, because I feel like Real Madrid, if Real Madrid were to crumble, if they were to actually get sanctions, it would destroy Spanish football. Because yeah, Barcelona would be top, but Barcelona, with the power dynamics that happen in Spain, Barcelona aren't the Spanish club. Barcelona are the Catalan club that happen to be in Spain. Real Madrid are the Spanish club. They're in the capital. They are Royal Madrid. They're backed by the crown. If anything were to happen to Real Madrid, they out of there. So Real Madrid is a commodity that La Liga needs. Barcelona are a commodity that they kind of accept, right? Because they're just good. But you'll see sanctions come down on Barcelona. And he'd be like, but Real Madrid did the same thing. Can't see it. Didn't happen. So yeah. I'll try to get some Jamaica gear sometime in the future. Yeah, Jagons, you should, man. And I think that unfortunately, because Jamaica didn't qualify, there will probably be kit on sale. Which sucks, man, because I really wanted Jamaica to qualify for the World Cup. I was gassed for Jamaica. I like to see the Caribbean nations. My wife is Haitian and Jamaican. I like to see her two clubs because the Puerto Ricans ain't making it. And yeah, I always have to go to a secondary team because my first team don't make it. You know what I'm saying? But my wife can be like, Haiti, we made it. USA, we made it. You know what I'm saying? It's been great. Jamaica made it, but they didn't. Yeah, they'll be acting broke all summer trying to get Rashford on. Yeah, bro, Rashford will probably end up in Barcelona. They'll say, "Oh, we ain't got it," and Man United will be like, "Pay us, give us the money." And they'll be like, "No, we can't do it." They try to bot English clubs. I think though. I think that's the thing. I think they try to bot the English clubs for as much money because, as you guys know, the pound is heavier than the euro. So give me 30 million. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. what 37, 40 million euros. So yeah, they're trying to get more out of the English clubs because the English club always boasts about having money. So they're trying to bop us. We always know that's how it is. Facts. Can't get a 30 million deal done, but I'll spend 800 for Bastoni. Yeah, 80 mil. But that's also because the Italian clubs or whatever club they're getting them from, they'll probably give them a nice little sweeter deal because they're all trying to help each other. But when it comes to buying an English player, they try to bop you over the head, bro. So yeah. And why I said, and all that Mescaline Club BS, nah, man, F off with your fake values. Yeah, man. Like, this is the thing with Barcelona, though, because having lived in Spain, the Mescaline Club thing for Catalans and for Barcelona, it means a lot to them. It means a lot, but the club hierarchy, like any club hierarchy, they exploit that. They exploit that from the fans. True Barcelona fans, not the I love Messi ones and I love Neymar and I love Lamine. Like true Barcelona fans, they believe that. They believe Messi. They believe that they're more in the club. The problem is that, as with every club, Man United, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Arsenal, the people who are in charge, they only care about money. Like they only care about making as much money as they possibly can. That guy Laporta, whatever his name is, from Barcelona, bruh, that dude, shiesty. You know what I'm saying? And then you saw it with Real Madrid's, kind of owner, president or whatever. They all do the same thing, bro. They all try to bop people over the head. So yeah, man, it's just one of those things where, the actual people who back the club, the fans, they believe it. But the people at the top, man, they don't care about you, bro. And we see it at Manchester United. And I tell you guys all the time, like, I am an Arsenal fan, and I don't like, obviously, not supposed to like Man United, but as a football fan, you look at how Man United has been run. As a football fan, right? And I'm taking off the Arsenal hat. There's no reason that Man United should have been losing titles to Manchester City. There's no reason why City should have been winning those. Like, Manchester City shouldn't be a thing. No matter how much money they had, they shouldn't have been a thing. The problem with United is everybody got, Sir Alex Ferguson kept you at a level, and then your American owners came in and they said, we're at this level, now we're just going to milk it. We'll sell shirts, we'll milk it, right? And it's the same thing with Arsenal. When Invincible, the Americans come in, we'll just milk it. Whereas Manchester City, imagine if instead of going to Manchester City, those owners had gone to Manchester United. Bro, we'd still be talking. Like, imagine if Manchester United won those 6 titles. We're talking 26 titles, running away with it. You know what I'm saying? But those owners, imagine if Roman had brought Manchester United and not Chelsea, or brought Arsenal, not Chelsea. Like, we'd be talking different things now. But the American owners, they come in, they get what they want, and then when they hear that the pressure is on, now we'll give you a little bit of something. But there's no reason why Old Trafford should be falling apart. There's no reason why, a guy like Cristiano Ronaldo goes back to the club and says, I've gone back, and it's the same thing we had when I left. Like, you should be progressing. The guy's been gone for ages, and he's come back, and you still serving the same thing. You're still doing the same thing. It's sad to see you, bro. Because I feel like, for me, a Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal league, that's more exciting than a Chelsea, Manchester City league. Like, nah, bro. I want to see passionate fans. I know Liverpool fans. I know Man United fans. I've got some in my chat. Some from back home who can't wait for us to lose. And I be getting, pelters off of them. So, yeah, man, I get it. But, like, you look at, I don't know a City fan. I don't know an actual City fan. Couldn't find one. Spuds fans, I know because they're around. Chelsea fans, I know one because one was my roommate. Other than that, I don't see a lot of Chelsea fans. I don't see a lot of City fans. I see more Arsenal. I see more Liverpool. I see more Manchester United. So, yeah. I remember Henry thought it was nonsense when he was at the club, but Xavi wasn't having it. And that's what I'm saying. Like, to them, to the players, to the fans, the Mexican club means a lot. To the people who run the club, they couldn't give them. They couldn't care. They couldn't care less. As long as you buying merch, as long as you buying tickets, they don't care, bro. It's not Mexican club for them. It's just, you know, what can we take? What can we get from people? So yeah. Gooner Rican, there was an area in London a cousin took me to that had street vendors selling various knockout jerseys. I can't think of the name of the area. I don't know it either. But bro, you know what? You know it's crazy. If you got an Adidas outlet, man, if you got an Adidas outlet where you live, Nike outlet, you could probably find some cheap jerseys, man, like $30. Because I go in South Florida, we got what's the name of that joint? Sawgrass. And they've got an Adidas outlet, and yeah, bro, I go in there and get kits all the time. So, but now that I live in England, I get a little bit more from the Adidas outlet now, just the previous season because they make it right there. So yeah, Chelsea man as well. Yeah, man, I would have bought a few, but it was late at night. Most of the vendors were closed. And yeah, you'll get opportunities, man. There's a lot of places that buy. We come and there's a lot of places that got kind of the knockoff ones. I got a vintage shop that, you know, this one I got from the vintage shop. And the only reason I bought this is because I looked at it and it's very authentic because I got one. I just showed you. I'm just picking jerseys now. But I showed you this one. And like I've got enough kits to know that this is similar. You know what I'm saying? This is, you got the same kind of thing on there. I can look at it and say, all right, that's authentic because I know this one's authentic. And then how the stitching is and everything is good quality. So, but then you get some where I've got a bruised banana kit in there and I know it's fake because it's from Thailand. But it looks good. And so I'll just wear it until I can actually afford a new one. So yeah, bro, that's what I like. These are harder to, like, you know, these, you've got the ones where it's kind of like stitched on. This is like weird screen print stitch thing, but I know this is real because my wife bought this for me. And it's still got a tag on it, obviously. But yeah, my football kits and stuff, it depends on what I'm going for, what I'm gonna get. But yeah, let me see. Yeah, this one. Oh, I don't know if you guys are in here, but I'm just keep showing it to you. Yeah, Vice City. Of course, I had to go with Dwayne Wade because that's my guy. But the one that I like, I showed it earlier. Oh, geez, I'm like kind of flipping through them. I gotta actually fold them and put them all back. This is my favorite one, bro. This is my favorite kit right here. The mashup kit. Udonis Haslam, Mr. Miami himself. Still got the tag on them. Still got the tag on it. And my wife's always like, "Oh, why did I buy you jerseys and you don't wear them?" Because they're too nice and they're white. They're white, bro. I don't want to ruin the white. So yeah, I don't wear them. I hang them up, you know, so I can look at them. I'll probably like this one right here. I'll probably wear. But in England, because it's rainy, it's muggy. Like, I don't want to come out in the all white unless it's like nice outside. And then because it's always dusty and stuff where I live, like you lean on the car and I got a big dust that I don't want to put myself through that. Now, if I was going through, you know, if I was going to like the beach in Mexico, then you know what I'm saying, I'll do that. Vice City Edition, yeah. Those are my favorite ones. I got one in black. But see, I have like 3 different buckets, so I had to pick from what I had. But I've got so many. But yeah, I got the black one. I couldn't find the pink or the blue one because they were just popular, man. They flew off the shelves. But yeah, I can only imagine the outlet. Yeah, man. Sawgrass. I used to go into Burlington and just clean up. Burlington, Marshalls, the Adidas outlet, Dick's Sporting Goods. Yeah, bro. If anything on, I'm a sale merchant. Liz locker room. If I go in that joint and I see it on sale and it's less than what it should be, I made the purchase, man. I just beep, beep, just tag it, bro, and just hope for the best. So yeah. Big up Godfrey. I was buying knockout jerseys when I was a student at university because the originals were expensive. Had no problem. Yeah, man. We got a guy in the group chat, bro. Like I call him a Thai special, man, because like his joints from Thai, but they look good. They look good, and he don't want to pay for all of that. So I don't knock anybody for doing, bro. And this is what I said. This is what I said earlier in the thing. Like when I was buying kits, bro, like I had the money, but also the kits, like when I bought this kit, right? This one is from 2015. This kit was 60 euro, bro. Maybe 65. Because I got the name on the back. Like, we talking 60. This kit right now, today, right, will cost me probably 120, 130 pounds for this kit right here. Real Barcelona kit, right? Messi on the back. So, yeah, bro, this football kit. And like I said, they've sent a thing out that said, and I don't know where I've seen it. I've seen it somewhere. But it said that Adidas was raising their prices. So they're going from 85 to 95 or 100. And then the one that's 120 is going to go up to 135. Like, it's bopping us over the head at this point, bro. Like, I already paying 85 pounds. Now I got to pay 100. Now, you know what I'm saying? They and Nike, Adidas, they're making millions, billions off of us buying a kit. Because, you know, some of us buy a kit every season. Bro, the kids kit used to be like 40 euro. You know, for the set. Good luck, bro. 60 pounds. So yeah, man, it's weather in South Africa always good. God for you, South Africa. I didn't know that. I feel like I did know that, but I didn't know that. I got a South African in here. Look at that. I'm international, guys. I thought it was just England. Well, I mean England and America, because Jagon's in America, I'm pretty sure. Ohio, if I remember correctly. But look at me. I got South African, guys. I'm proud of me. Look at me. I'm international. Gooner Rican international. But yeah, man, it's, you know, buying kits now is just it's a myth, bro. Like it's expensive. And I usually, a lot of my kits I get, like this one I bought on sale from Lids. They were having the sale like 30% off. So yeah, this one I got from a charity shop for 35 quid. And I looked at it for like an hour, bro. I looked at it, I was like, I don't need it. And I walked away and came back. I was like, I'm gonna be hurt if I don't get this. Because this is like authentic, like this is the one that I grew up with. And I think when you find a kit in a charity shop, bro, I found the third kit. I don't know if I told you guys, I found this year's third kit in a charity shop. And I looked at it and I was like, bro, this got to be fake. It was around Christmas. I walked in the charity shop and I was like, nah, this ain't real, bro. This ain't a real kit. I looked at the tags. I looked at how the real one looked on the website. I said, it don't matter. 30 quid, I'm gonna buy it. Bro, I went to the actual shop and I was like, it was real. I got a real kit. Like a real third kit for 30 quid, bro. And they selling it for 85. I was like, bro, I'm never gonna turn that down. So yeah, I found some good stuff in the charity shop when I get in there. But yeah, with this one, like with these, like it's stitched. This is the authentic stitching. This is kind of similar, but it's a little bit lighter, and like you can tell that it's a remake. This has like holes. It's got the mesh in it. I don't know if you guys can see it. This is the mesh. This ain't mesh. It's like straight fabric. Well, it is actually mesh, but it's not as holy. It's hard to explain, but yeah, like the Sean Taylor joint, like I don't know if you can see it. It's mesh. Like, so finding an old school Reebok jersey, you know, it's got the Reebok equipment on it. And it's got dry cleaning on it as well. This was a gift. This is gifted to me by a guy. He's from Miami. He's from Miami, but he doesn't like the Miami teams. He's an Alabama fan. And he don't like the Dolphins. And he said, I got this because I know he, you know, I don't want it. And he knew that I was a University of Miami fan. So he gave it to me. But yeah. That's all the kits I'm gonna show tonight though. That's me. The mom always be complaining about the merch I buy every season. Yeah, bro. Buying merch is crazy. It's crazy. My wife be looking at me funny. I'm surprised she's not in the chat still, trying to sell my stuff. But see, my wife's an enabler, bro. My wife is a true enabler, right? Because I said, oh, babes, I'm thinking about wanting this. And she'll be like, no, you don't need to get this, right? You don't need to get this. And you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, oh, babes, I want, you know, the World Cup's coming up. Maybe I want the Spain jersey. And I'm thinking about this when I seen it. And then we get this. She's an enabler. I'm going to build this, though. I really am going to build this. Like, I want to build. I can't wait till I build this. And now that I know that StreamYard works, I think there's a way to do two cameras, like one on my laptop and one actually on my camera. Maybe I should do a thing where I'm actually building this so you guys can watch me build it. But this thing is nice, bro. Look at that. Look at that. I'm going to show that every stream prior to the World Cup, bro, because I'm just gassed until it's built. And then I'll put it, I don't really have a shelf behind me, but I'll probably put it behind me somewhere so that you guys can actually see. Yeah, you guys can actually see. The World Cup means a lot to me, bro. Even though my team will never make it, the World Cup has always had a good meaning to me. And that's the thing that I'm going to end with that because it is the Waffle House. That's what we do here. But you know, I had a lot of people talking about Arsenal versus the World Cup qualifiers. Should we prioritize international over club, or should we prioritize club over international? And my thought is this: the club pays you. Yes, every player wants to play for their club. If right now I'm not good at football, I'm old and slow at American football. If Puerto Rico called me up to an international American football flag tournament, I'm playing. I don't care. I'm playing because I'm representing my country. It means a lot to me to represent my country. Bro, if they wanted me to be in an international waffling contest, I'm going to be there because I want to. I love my country. As you can see, I love my country, right? So I get wanting to play for your country. I get wanting to be there and be in the mix. The thing that you have to think about, though, is England qualified, Spain qualified, Ecuador qualified, Brazil qualified. You know what I'm saying? Like, those teams qualified. Now, Victor Gyökeres is different because Sweden trying to get in. They outside the club. They trying to get in. They in the queue. They trying to whiz past the bouncers to get in the joint. So I get Victor Gyökeres playing. But if I'm Nani Madueke, maybe, because I'm trying to get into the squad. But Declan Rice, you know you're going. Bukayo Saka, you know you're going. Zubimendi, you know you're going. So, you know, it's a thing where you kind of have to, you kind of have to weigh up how it feels. And I think right now at this moment, bro, let's be real. And in no disrespect to any of the nations I'm going to talk about. Netherlands, are you winning the World Cup? Probably not. Ecuador, are you winning the World Cup? Probably not. England, are you winning the World Cup? You have a chance, but somehow you always stub your toe and fall out of it. Spain, are you winning the World Cup? You have a definite chance. Brazil, nah, you're not, bro. You're not, because you guys are stumbling. You have no direction. But with Arsenal, you've got a sure. Can you win the Premier League? Yes, you can. You 9 points clear. 5 wins, and we talk about champions. So, yeah, bro, you know, you have a lot of opportunities to win this not Champions League. I was thinking about Champions League earlier. But yeah, you got a nice opportunity to win the Prem. 5 wins could do it, bro. We win 5 of our next games in the Prem. We are championes. Ole, ole, ole. Like, that's who we are. So if I was a player, I'm like, yeah, bro, I'd love to represent my country in the World Cup. But I got an opportunity to lift a trophy and go into international duty and say, bro, I won my league, bro. I won the league. I'm a Prem champion. It means a lot. So that's just how I think about things. Jagon said, that's a nice Lego World Cup build. It is, isn't it, bro? I'm gonna build that joint. I'm so gassed with it, bro. I'm gonna show it until I build it, bro. I just be looking at the box because right now I gotta kind of like make a space in a workbench for me to make things. And if you guys want, you know what I'm saying? If you guys want, tell me if you want to watch me put it together. If not, then I ain't got to. But you know, I think it'd be cool to put something together. Maybe make a Twitch and start doing it that way. Puerto Rican, this is appreciate all trap, but you look like my cousin, bro. A lot of similarities, doppelganger, bro. But he's a Chelsea fan. Tisk. Like I said, bro, in the beginning, your boy was leaning toward Chelsea, but then I looked at kind of how the fans of the club were, and it wasn't for me. Same thing with Liverpool, and I like Liverpool, but the club just didn't fit me. I feel like London, with Arsenal being a big club, it's in London. London is very diverse. Like Liverpool is not as diverse as London. So for me, and like I grew up as a poor kid. I grew up in like, you know what I'm saying? I grew up in the parts of Miami that aren't the most extravagant. You know what I'm saying? I didn't grow up, you know, like in Westminster type area. I grew up, you know, North London, not in the Tottenham, though, not going into Tottenham. That's a rough, but like, you know, like Islington, like going into that. Like I grew up in the mid joint. You know what I'm saying? In the mid part. I didn't grow up in Liberty City, but I grew up adjacent to Liberty City. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I grew up. So I felt like Arsenal, where it was, the ethos of the club, it felt like it suited me. And as BBK said earlier, bro, like for some reason, I've just lulled myself into loving 2 teams that went invincible. I'm a fan that can say the Miami Dolphins here, they've gone undefeated, only team in NFL history to go undefeated for a full season and win the Super Bowl. The Patriots did it, but they didn't win the Super Bowl. So it really isn't an undefeated season, is it? But they had an undefeated regular season, but they couldn't do it in the playoffs. We went undefeated all the way through. And then followed it up the next season with retaining the Super Bowl. And then for the next 50 years, I haven't even gotten close. I say that back, Dan Marino did in the 80s. But ever since I became a fan, since the year 2000, we haven't won a playoff game. So I've been there. Like, you know, when I talk about being an Arsenal fan, even though I haven't felt the pain of not winning the league for 20 years, you know, 22 years, I know what it's like to have a drought, bro. I know what it's like to have a drought. And the thing that gets me, you know, the thing that I like about being an Arsenal fan is even though you're not winning the Prem, there's still something that you can win. American football, if we don't win the playoffs, you don't win anything. NBA, if you don't win the playoffs, you don't win anything. Now they've got the play-in tournament. They got the play-in tournament, and they've got the in-season tournament. But growing up, if you didn't win, you didn't win nothing, bro. You didn't leave with anything. So being able to win the FA Cup, being able to win the Carabao Cup, that means a lot to me because yeah, it's not the big trophy, but it's a trophy. It's something that I enjoy. It's a day that I can have. And I get so many more opportunities as an Arsenal fan versus as an American sports fan to enjoy those opportunities. And I think that's why I'm so hurt and disappointed especially after the Carabao Cup performance, because I'm like, it's an opportunity to win a trophy. I know it's not the big one that we want. I know it's not, the big one that we're going for. People talking about quads and stuff, but it's a trophy that we can win. It's a trophy that we can add to the collection. It's something that we can put in the museum. You know what I'm saying? We can't put second place in the museum. You go down to Arsenal Museum, you go down to, and Wahaha might not like this, but you go to Real Madrid Museum, you don't see a whole bunch of lists of second places. You see Champions League trophies and La Liga trophies. You go to Barcelona, same. You go to Sevilla, you see Europa League trophies. You go down to Arsenal, you don't see any trophies. You don't see any banners for second place. You don't go down there and say, oh, yeah, man, we finished second place 3 times. You don't see that, bro. You see trophies. You see big matches. That's what you see. So, yeah, all of this is good feeling and stuff, bro. Yeah, it's not, it don't mean much if you don't come out on the other side with a trophy. And I want to see Arsenal win trophies. I want to see Arsenal, I want to see Arsenal get over the finish line, bro. God forsake 15 Champions Leagues. What a sight that must. You know what? I've actually been in Real Madrid's. Let me see if I got I've actually been in their thing. Let me see if I can find me a picture, bro. I'll see if I can show you. Once I get, now that I'm on StreamYard, bro, once I get the StreamYard thing figured out, watch out. I got a lot planned. I got a lot in my brain. Let me get my map. But I've been to Real Madrid joint, bro. Let me see. I got a picture. Cause it's, bro, the room is massive, bro. And I've been to Arsenal's trophy room. Bro, Arsenal's trophy room, their whole trophy room is like a section of Real Madrid, like a section of Barcelona, bro. Like, let me see if I can find that joint. That's Atletico Madrid's. I went to both Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid's joint. And you can tell the difference because one is red, like the lighting of one is red and Real Madrid's joint. Let me see that. I can show you a picture, bro. This is hold on. This is like a miniature. Like miniatures of their La Liga trophies, right? But look at that. Y'all see that? You see that right there? That's a display, bro. That's a display. That's just 5 of them joints. They got more. Like, it's a room, bro. It's a massive room, bro. Look at that. Can you see that? That it goes on, bro. It goes on. So, yeah, that thing is massive, bro. It's massive. So, I mean, they've got so many, even Barcelona. Let me see if I can find Barcelona's one. I do it by maps. That Atleti one was nice. That Atleti one was nice. I actually had the privilege of watching Atletico Madrid at the Vicente Calderon before they tore it down. It was like one of their last seasons. That's one of the kits I have as well. Actually, I got a box somewhere. I'll pull it out. I've got like an Atletico Madrid like replica centenary kit. I'll show it to you. Thank you for reminding me, Godfrey. You reminded me on that one. I do have an Atletico Madrid box kit somewhere. I've got to find it. I know I have it, but I'll show that as well. I bought it from the Vicente Calderon shop. because I knew that they were you know, the toughest thing was saying for Barcelona was see that. So yeah, that's crazy. There's one they won in 2015, which there's a picture of them winning in 2015. So there we go. Um, so I had that kit. But the one that hurt me is oh, do they have it? I don't think I took a picture of it. Um, this one sucked, particularly. You can see that 2009 Paris. As you can see, Ronaldinho and Carles Puyol. You know, but yeah, they've got quite a bit as well. They got quite a bit. But I did take some pictures at the Camp Nou. And then you did ask about Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid is a little bit smaller. But they got a little bit of history too, bro. Looks like I found it. Like, so yeah, they got a little bit of history as well. Um, you know, they got like regional trophies and stuff. But I like that they have like the kind of the banners and stuff that they kind of pass around. They got those as well. Their last Champions League went Barca, and I was in Spain then. But the hardest thing walking through Barca Stadium tour was seeing Thierry Henry. When he won it, and it's like, dang, like we wanted you to be with Arsenal, and you went to Barcelona. I get why you went to Barcelona, but you wanted to do it with Arsenal. You were so close, and I think for a lot of people, it might have sucked the fact that we lost to Barca in the final, and then he went and won it with them. I think would have been tough, but Barcelona, one of those things that, you know, Barcelona, Real Madrid, at one point Manchester United, they're kind of the ones where if you look at it, you don't turn them down. You can't turn those down. So yeah, you know, they're one of those ones where if they come calling, you kind of say, all right, I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, there goes a kit joint and a look down memory lane, you know, for some of the kits and stuff. So I'm glad to have gotten, like I said, I got the 2015 kit with Neymar on it. I got 2016 kit I've got kits from when they won. I've got Tati's last Roma kit, Zlatan's kit as well. And I have a few. I got some of the Ops kits, which I'll do on the next one. The next time I do a kit show. But yeah, man, I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. Remember, hit the like, share, subscribe. And yeah, man, that's it for the kit show. That's it for part 1 of the kit show. Big up to Godfrey for stopping by. Joggons stopping by. Appreciate it. Wahaha for stopping by. Thank you. Godfrey, of course. Who else? The usual suspects. And Quaja for stopping by as well. For bigging up. Appreciate it. I got new comments. Salute. And yeah, man, that wraps up the Waffle House. Thank you for having a nice, settled, breakfast, dinner experience, brunch experience, I think. But yeah, let's see what's next on the Gooner Rican schedule. We are playing Saturday. I love this comment. It's my favorite comment. We are playing Saturday, so I might do a pre-recorded video of what I think, because I think my wife will say that we need to go away again because it is the weekend. Big up, Joggons. Thanks for stopping by. And yeah, it is the weekend. It is Easter, so we might go away for a little bit, but I'll still try to put out content. I don't think that it'll be like 2-hour joints, but yeah. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how everything flows. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys. If I don't see you Saturday, I'll probably see you on the Monday because we got it off. And you know what? If I'm not doing anything on the Monday, if I got time, I'll do a recap of the game, and then we'll do part 2. The second most voted for kits were the op kits. So I got some cool op kits that I'll pull out. Basketball, football, and I got some. Yeah, I do unfortunately have some football ones from some Prim ops, and I'll show those as well. But yeah, man, we'll have a good time as we always do. Big up to my community. And always, man, as always, I hope that the rest of your weekend goes well. I hope that everything that you want happens. I hope that everything that's not making you better disappears. And I hope that the Arsenal make us proud again. I hope the Arsenal get the win at Southampton. I hope that everyone has a good Easter if you celebrate. And if you don't, I hope that you have a good weekend and good time off. I'll see you on the next stream. In closing, come on, you Gunners.